Hi there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to be sitting down and talking to you guys about the latest transfer news in regards to Reading Football Club. Now, when it comes to transfer news and Reading Football Club, it can never be a positive story, as Reading haven't been able to make a signing for the last 18 months, at least a permanent signing. Anyway, well, once again, we're sitting down and talking to you guys about a negative transfer story. As you can tell from the title, Sam Smith is set to join Wrexham in what has been described as a multi-million-pound deal. Now, this report comes from James Earnshaw as well as Peter O'Rourke, who are both reporting on this story, with Earnshaw saying it is a multi-million-pound deal and O'Rourke flat out saying that it is at a value of £2 million. Now, if you ask me, £2 million for Sam Smith, I actually would say that that is a good bit of business for any club that isn't Reading Football Club. Look, for the situation that Reading are in at the moment, £2 million for Sam Smith, or the goal scoring ability that Sam Smith has, probably doesn't weigh out even. Reading need the money badly, but we also are reliant on someone to actually score the goals for the club. Smith has 11 goals so far for Reading this year and is actually the only senior striker in the Reading ranks. Now, you can make a case for Jaden Wareham being a, quote, senior striker, but I personally wouldn't. Unfortunately, it looks as if Sam Smith is off, and if it was any other time, this would be a good bit of business for Sam Smith, but unfortunately for the situation Reading are in at the moment, this isn't a good piece of business. Now, what does this do for the Reading squad? Well, I actually had a look at players that are over the age of 25 at the minute, or 25 and over, at Reading at the moment, and this is another player that goes. Now, this is because of the actions of the EFL, this is what has left Reading in this situation. This is the list of players that Reading currently have over the age 25 or over. David Button, Reading's backup goalkeeper. Joel Pereira, Reading's goalkeeper. Andy Yiadom, a man that's played 0 matches so far this season. Harley Dean, Reading's backup centre-back. And Lewis Wing and Harvey Nibbs, the 2 centre midfielders for Reading. That is absolutely awful. The fact that you can count on 2 hands how many players over the age of 25 Reading have is absolutely disgraceful, and to me just goes to show the lack of care that the EFL have with Reading. Now, we've been told multiple times that the EFL have a really good relationship with Reading, but I don't believe that at all, as they should allow Reading to at least get a replacement for Sam Smith, but I do not expect that in the slightest. Now, in terms of Sam Smith, I'm sure Wrexham fans have clicked on this video to hear what the striker is about. Well, like we said, Smith has 11 goals so far this season in 25 appearances for the Royals and 27 goals in his second spell at Reading overall. For me, would say that it has been a successful return to Reading. Sam Smith is one of my favourite players currently at the club, and I would say that he maybe mixes opinion. I think some fans describe Smith as someone that they wouldn't like up front, but for me, he's exactly what you define as a striker. He's someone that can hold the ball up really well. Yes, his finishing one-on-one isn't fantastic, but he is a fox in the box. He's someone that will score goals for you in and around that 6-yard box, and he's someone that is forever around the net. Sam Smith will be missed massively at Reading Football Club, and you can see a real difference in quality when Sam Smith is the striker and whether Harvey Nibbs is the false 9 or whether Jaden Wareham is the other striker too. I think Sam Smith will be missed dearly. I'm a big fan of Smith, and yeah, best of luck to him. Now, what does this leave with Reading? Like we said earlier, Jaden Wareham now is the only out-and-out striker at the club. And again, I put senior terms very loosely. Reading also have the option to play Kelvin Ehibachiman, who currently is our left winger, as the striker. But with the system that Reading play, we've already seen it, that does not work in the slightest. Harvey Nibbs playing as a false 9 as well is another option. But again, for me, with the lack of Ben Elliott in midfield at the minute, shouldn't really be an option. Unfortunately, this leaves Reading in a very bad situation, and any hope of a potential revival back up to the playoffs for me have been killed with this transfer. I didn't expect it to happen anyway, and realistically a mid-table finish would have been a good season before the start of the year. But the fact that Reading pushed themselves up into the playoffs, and then in the last month and a half, you've seen Ruben Celes leave, and now you've seen Sam Smith leave. I expect another name or two out the door before Monday's deadline, and I expect it to all be doom and gloom once again on Reading Twitter and everywhere you go. My final piece on this before we leave is that, look, the protests need to be ramped back up again. They've died down massively because we've had lots of positive results recently and talks of Rob Cohig being the owner, and then that got shut down. And then, there's this new guy who's going to be owning the club, and his wife's a Reading fan, and now that's kind of been shut down again. And now Rob Cohig's suing Reading, or suing Dai Young, and now Dai Young's counter-suing Rob Cohig. These two need to stop with their fragile egos and call it a day. Rob Cohig was never going to make 200% on the club, so I do not know where he's getting that from. And Dai Young, just go away. Just go away, please. Sell, please, Dai Young. I'm not condoning a pitch invasion on Saturday, and I'm not condoning it. If it happens, it happens. But I think it's time that the protests are ramped up once again. That's going to be it for this one today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you all again soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.